So this is the job we got today. We're coming here, we're gonna take down these redwood trees, the multi-spars. You can see the trunks are extremely large, probably 4.5 to 5 foot across the base. We're probably just gonna be able to notch and drop these today and go ahead and get them on the ground and process them up. And there's a good chance we could be done with this today. So we'll see how this plays out. Really large. Right here, what I'm looking at is these flags in the field. I'm making sure that they're not septic so that we have a good drop zone to take these trees down in. So what we're doing here is we're getting our face cut in the tree. We're gonna go ahead and go to about 80% of the main width of this first spar. We had to bore in through the center of the front of the tree to get the face cut off because, of course, we left the pounder at home, right? You guys know how that goes. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and tear through these trees to separate the spars from each other so that we can save as much lumber as possible. Right here is when we're going in with our bore cut. You guys see how this is done, plunge cuts. This is the best way to line up your holding wood to make sure your tree goes down exactly where you want it. Especially when you have some pressure on it. It's just like a heavy leaner when you start pulling on it with the excavator.
So we had 4 spars all grown really close together and tied up in here with all this wood connecting it. So did a face cut like normal, but then had to bore through to set up the holding wood, bring it back here. Then I had to do it on the other side and then rip through. And it was hanging on because there's just a little tiny bit of wood here that we hadn't gotten. And it decided it wanted to go, so it went. And then we got a cut already in this guy, and it's ready to go. So it just needs a little tickle, and this guy should follow right on top of this one.
All right, guys, so we bored through the back of the second one. It didn't want to come down. It pinched the bar of the saw. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bring the excavator around and try to give her a push from the back. All right, so we're taking down the third spar. We sunk a rope into it. We're gonna go ahead and pull it over with the excavator, number 3, on its way down. So as you can see, right over here in the front, we did our first cut. There was holding wood across right here. We knocked the first spar out this way. Then we went, did the one on the left, same thing, one on the right, pulled all 3 of them over. And now we got this last spar ready to take this multi-trunk tree down. All right, so the next plan is I'm gonna be driving this skid steer and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this tree over. I'm gonna give you guys a good shot of this, huh? Check it out. All right, so what we did here was we got the line put up in here with the throw ball and it's wrapped around the outside of some of these branches. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie it onto the excavator and just with sheer horsepower, just rip them all through and get a nice cinch knot across there. All right, now that we broke that branch up and got the rope cinched up around the tree. Got a little bit of this stuff over here cleaned up, got a lot of the brush chipped, and now we're gonna go ahead and yank this thing over. Right here, what we're doing is we're making sure them corners line up nice and tight, getting that perfect face cut in for that precision fell. Well, we gave up on the felling axe. Here we are with the bottle jack. Cut a little notch in here. We're going to crack this thing open and get this baby to the mill, huh? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button.